What lessons can we learn from the coronavirus, and have we entered a new normal? I'm Jonathan Ginsberg, and I'm an Atlanta area personal bankruptcy attorney. And I thought this would be a good time, I'm recording this in the middle of March of 2020, to offer some thoughts about what this coronavirus, the COVID-19 crisis we're dealing with, what this means. And obviously there's a lot of the story remains to be written, but it did occur to me that it'd be useful to have some perspective about how you should deal with this problem both now and in the long term, because I think that this virus came out of China, kind of came out of nowhere, but we may have other issues like this. There may be other viruses that come along, other major disruptions. And I think what's going to happen is we are seeing right now a situation that probably for the next 4 or 6 months, maybe longer, until a vaccine is created or until some sort of medication comes along, that people are going to be working more remotely. A lot of businesses that had been perfectly viable and solid businesses, solid employers, are not going to be there anymore. And so we're seeing people, I'm already hearing from people who have seen a loss of income. For example, Uber drivers, people who supplemented their income driving Uber, seeing a big drop off because people aren't going as many places. Folks who are waiters and waitresses in the food service business who relied on tips, those businesses are slowing down. So a lot of people are seeing a lot less income, and I think even more what I'm hearing is people that had sort of side hustles, side jobs, we're seeing less income there. We're also seeing folks, I'm starting to hear from people who are being furloughed. Now, right now, and again, I'm recording this, I think it's March 16th, people are being furloughed with pay or being sidelined with pay, but it could come around where in the next few weeks, people are going to be furloughed without pay. Big problem. So I think that what I would look at is a couple things. One is, I think that you need to be very careful about how you allocate your financial resources, your money. I've talked about this in another video, so I'm not going to go into detail here, but if your creditors have programs designed to help people defer payments or put payments at the end of a loan for a car loan, mortgage loan, things like that, find out about those things and take advantage of them. They may require applications, it may require time to process, but find out. Even if it's not on their website, get on the phone, find out if they have any such programs, and if they do, take advantage of them. But realize what the limitations of those programs are, because there's going to come a point where you may get 1 month deferment, but you may not get more than 1 month deferment. And if you have a creditor who's not willing to play ball, then I would say, A, you want to allocate your resources to keep that account current, and don't be afraid to go on social media to let people know that this buy here, pay here car place is not cooperating with you. Let your news stations know about that so that they can put some pressure on these folks to give a little bit of relief, because again, this is going to be a long haul for everybody. I think also in a longer term, a bigger sense, I think we need to think about how this type of crisis may actually create opportunity, different kinds of jobs. Think about what happened after 9/11. I mean, I remember doing bankruptcy work after 9/11, and all of a sudden the airplane industry completely died. Hospitality, hotels completely died. A lot of restaurants went under or went much more reduced schedules, things like that. So you have to think about where other jobs may exist. So for example, I was just looking on the internet, and you may find that in restaurants, so there may be fewer wait staff, but they may need a person at the entrance of the restaurant holding a thermometer to check to see if people had fever, or to hand out Purell, sanitation type of stuff. So other jobs may exist. We may see changes in how courts operate. There may be opportunity for people who can handle the IT element of remote court access, or video for remote court access. Maybe IDs checks are going to be different. Again, the whole thing with the checking for fever, things like that. Somebody's got to monitor cameras. So that there will be other jobs that exist, and I think it'd be wise to think about how those things exist. I'll tell you, in my own practice, we have we've ramped up to be more virtual, giving everybody laptops. We're going to be doing more video conferences with our clients using Skype or equivalents, things like that. So I think that we all have to be prepared for a new normal. It doesn't mean that the economy is going to be crashed to a halt, and we're not going to be all in bread lines, but I think we are going to see some changes in the way things are normally operating, and I think that the people that are going to be most successful in this and surviving this are going to have to be creative in thinking about how we can find work in a new economy. Again, if you're an Uber driver, you should maybe promote the fact that you have antibacterial wipes available, or maybe you put up a partition in your car so that people are not exposed. Again, there's any number of things you can think about, but there will be new opportunity with this crisis, and I think that if you are in survival mode, if you're looking to earn a living and to support your family, you got to be thinking about how you can stay employed and stay gainfully employed during this time and deal with your creditors and all that. So it's a whole different ball game. We are happy, by the way, at Ginsberg Law, Susan Bloom and I are happy to chat with you about some of these issues, how you can deal with the financial part of it. And I'm always thinking about, what are some of the things down the road that you could be looking at. Happy to chat with you. Reach out to me by email. Probably the best way to reach me, ginsberg@gmail.com. We do obviously have our phone system. I've got actually an office phone at my house. I'm recording this at my house, at my office, my home studio. So I'll be able to call people from my office phone at my house. We're going to see more of that. So again, reach out to me, to Susan. Happy to talk to you about how to best deal with these problems of work slowdowns and changes in work environments, and to help us all survive what could be what I consider to be a new normal. So I hope you stay safe out there. Stay healthy. Again, be in touch if you need us for anything, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.